heartbreaking topics. Would you ever expect someone who's been policing the world to join the policing department of an organization which could also be HR? We have Deepak Behl now. So who is an ex-IPS officer whose family condition said, you know, you have to leave police, so he left police. And then he joined the corporate world after doing an MBA, and he's had an illustrious career in HR, having learned from policing to transforming people from a humanistic perspective. Over to Deepak.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sure. Okay, thank you very much, Mali. So, thank you very much, everybody. And can I have the changer? Yes. So, I have 15 minutes. Okay, I'll be a bit quick and we'll try to involve everybody so that we can discuss. And when I was talking to Taliz Rizvi Saab and we were discussing about the topic, so he told me that this time we are going to discuss how we can manage 1.3 million Indians and how we are managing, we are Indian HR, what exactly we are doing. So I thought, okay, let me pick up a topic which sometimes is very controversial. So my request is that even if you are making some video or something, just be very careful because these are very sensitive topics. Can be understood by a lot of people. Some people can probably misunderstand the topic, and it can sometimes create a problem, but it's absolutely fine. We can discuss in this room what exactly is the topic. So basically it is the diversity and inclusion, that how we are managing diverse people, because in India actually we call it a country, but it's, let me tell you, it's collection of many countries as such, many cultures. When I'm saying country, means a culture. So every 40 kilometers you travel, there's a different language, there's a different food, different people, different thought process, everything is different. And keeping my background, and I was fortunate enough to see many states in India. Hardly there are 2 or 3 states which I have not seen. Otherwise, from J&K to Kerala to Assam, Manipur, Tripura, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Sikkim, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Bengal, Punjab, Rajasthan, you name the state, and probably I've been there and we interacted with people, discussed with them, and we learned what exactly is their point of view, how they are leading the life. And after knowing about these people, when I came into the corporate world, of course we met many people and came to know how probably they think from a very different point of view. Now what I'll start is basically the thing is, what is diversity and what is inclusion. So I'll just take 1 minute in talking about diversity, and probably we can quote some example of diversity and inclusion from the past. In India, in our history, from many years, we have accepted the diversity and we have included all the people when we are managing the organizations, or when we are managing the forces, or we are managing the societies. So we have included many people, and I can quote you 110 examples. You can take the examples from Ramayana, you can take the examples from Mahabharata. Have you ever heard Ram saying no when he was hugging the kevat? He hugged the kevat. He never said that, no, you are from a different jati, why should I hug? I am from a very elite family and elite class, I am not going to do that. Or probably when he was taking the Behl of Shabri, do you know that he never said no, even if the Shabri was tasting the base before giving it to Ram? And of course Lakshman objected, and Ram told Lakshman that you are not even knowing that she doesn't understand what is the meaning of royalty. She was born in a jungle and she is living here in a jungle, and she is never going to come in our kingdom. She will never recognize that we are from a princely state and we are princes. So why you are saying that she should understand the manners and the cultures of the princely state? So she is doing what exactly she is doing from her perspective is absolutely right, and we need to accept and understand. And Ram took those bays, Behl, and he enjoyed that food. Same we can take the many examples from Mahabharata also. In Mahabharata, probably Karna, without, people were not knowing that he is basically the elder brother of Pandavas, but he was considered to be a Sudputra. He was born in a family of charioteers, so he was considered to be a charioteer. A charioteer probably was never given that position in the market, in the society, and Duryodhan said, no, I'll give you probably the part of Ang, and you will become the Ang Raj. That is, you will become the king of the city known as, the country known as Ang. So probably he became the king of that particular, state, and then he was taken into that elite group of kings. And there are many examples. The very interesting example is Vrihandala. Arjun became Vrihandala, and Vrihandala was accepted as a charioteer by kings, and probably he helped the king and the prince in fighting the battle and doing that. In our history, we have never said no for any caste, creed, or any person. We can say that eunuchs are probably nowadays not taken into the corporate world and all. Why not? Few years back, not exactly few more years back, when I was born, my mother told me that it was very difficult for women to work during that particular time. The maternity leave was 1 month. You can manage in 1 month. In case if you are taking more leave, you need to shell out the part of your salary, because these are going to be unpaid leaves. So when I was born, I was 15 days old. I was given in the crutch, and my mother started working because there was some pressure to support the family. Of course, my dad was earning, but two people were required to take care of a big family, because they were supporting a joint family. So at that time, women coming to work was a new phenomenon, and a lot of people started criticizing my Nana, my grandfather, and they said that why you are asking your daughters to go and work in the schools or something. My mother was a teacher. So in the beginning, probably they faced some challenges. Later on, the same people started coming to my mother and said that, okay, we want our daughters to go and join the schools. Can you teach her something so that she can pass the entry exam for teachers or something? So this was the beginning. Maybe I am talking about 40 years, 45 years back, this was the condition. And now we accept women when they are working. They are in the corporate world, they are in the government jobs, they are pilots, they are doctors, they are engineers, and they are welcome in any of the fields. And now they are fighter pilots even. They are into forces. After that, I think now this is the time when we need to take another step in accepting that there is a third gender as well. And up to the time, we have not yet accepted them as one of the part of our society. Generally, our impression is कि जब किसी के घर में कोई जन्म होगा, they'll come and they'll dance and they need to shell out some money, and that's what exactly they are meant for. No, they are not meant for that. That is the question. Have we given them equal opportunities to get educated and to come and work with us? Are we doing enough for them? What exactly is happening when somebody is approaching you and they are expecting a job, if they are not from the pre-decided that circle of your selection, that okay, we need somebody from a good business school. If somebody is not from a good business school, what exactly will happen? Okay, we need somebody having 3 years of experience. Somebody is not experienced, what will happen? Okay, we need somebody who has studied in a particular elite school or a college. What will happen if somebody has not done that? That is what exactly is the challenge. That is what exactly we have seen. So what we did in India, we started blindly following the West. Blindly following the West. Whatever West is doing, we will follow that. However, I differ. I say that our culture is very, very different from Western culture. Should I give you examples? 3-4 examples? In Western culture, if there is a happiness, what they do? If there is happiness, what they do? If say for an example, you are enjoying your birthday, it's your birthday. As per Western culture, you need to cut a cake, cut a part. In our culture, if we need to celebrate something, we pick up छोटी बूंदी, उसको बना के हम जोड़ के एक लड्डू बनाते हैं. Our culture is union, their culture is divide. When they celebrate birthday, they blow off a candle, अंधेरा हो जाता है. In our culture, we ignite, we light a lamp, हम रोशनी करते हैं. हमारा culture रोशनी का है. When they celebrate the birthday, they make somebody ugly. वो केक लगा देंगे, क्रीम लगा देंगे, उसको बुरा बना देंगे, खराब बना देंगे. Our culture is different. Somebody coming to our home, we used to garland the person. We used to put the tilak. We used to sprinkle the scents. We used to make the person beautiful and attractive rather than making the person bad. So there are many, and in their culture, if you are celebrating a birthday, probably they'll offer you a chicken soup or a mutton soup, so somebody will lose the life. In our case, if there is a birthday, we'll say today we'll make 2 more rotis, one for guy, one for dog, one for cow, one for dog. That is what exactly is our culture. We used to spread happiness. We used to feed all the people, feed all the creatures. That is our culture. And are we doing the same thing in our culture in the corporate world? When we join the corporate world, why we are forgetting what exactly is our culture? Why we are not including people? Why we are not taking everybody together? Why we are not respecting everybody? In our culture, there are many stories of Krishna and Ram, or maybe the friendship of Krishna and Sudama is known to everybody. Friendship of Ram and Hanuman is known to everybody. Now, where in the world history you can have the example that a person like Ram can be very friendly with Hanuman, who was not from the Manav cadre? That is the inclusion, and that is the diversity we have accepted in our past. Now, I don't know why we people are not doing so. Quickly we'll probably see what exactly is diversity. Diversity is that people will come from different backgrounds. Somebody can be black, somebody can be educated, somebody can be fat, somebody can be dark, somebody can be educated, somebody can be anything. Somebody can be a divorcee, somebody can be physically challenged. We call them specially abled people. Or now in Hindi we have started calling them Divyangs. Initially we were calling them Viklangs, now Divyangs. If somebody is like that, do you think they don't have any right to join us or to work in the corporate world? It should not be like that. That is what exactly is diversity. What is inclusion? Very interesting. When we invite these people to come and join us and to work with us, that is what is inclusion. Though it may not be very easy in the beginning, it may be very difficult for us to maybe deal with these people, that maybe their orientation can be different. They may be seeing the word in a very different manner. I see the word from a very different angle. My wife can see the word from a very different angle. So for an example, if I need to go for a party, maybe I can leave my home by 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. My wife may not think in the same direction. She'll say, no, it's dark, let's not do the party outside, it may not be safe, let's do a party at home. Same home, two viewpoints. That is basically we are talking about the inclusion. Okay, so initially we started this concept with equal employment opportunity, that we will not stop anybody. Whosoever is coming and applying with us, we can take the person. But we will not go to any other person, any place to call these people or to invite these people. That came in affirmative action when we started going to any such person who is not otherwise coming and applying in our company. Then probably the affirmative action started, and now diversity and inclusion is going beyond that. Going beyond the boundaries we have already set, going beyond that, going and talking to people and welcoming them and giving them that confidence that you can come and you can join and you can create a lot of things, positive things, and you can bring a very positive change, and that is what exactly we are talking today. Of course, there is data which is available and a lot of research is being done, and people say that probably if you include everybody and people are from different perspectives, they can, you can have 66% more innovation. I can quote you one example. I used to work for Gapping, that is an American MNC, and we were having a lot of people, those who were designers, and probably they came from a different background. And also one day I just asked this person that, you are wearing a different type of clothes, your facial expressions are different, your hand movements are very different. So how you are interested in this particular field? He said, okay, I am a male, I am a female in a male body. I can understand how females will think when they wear something, so I can have that particular feeling, and that's why I became a designer. A very famous designer. Very famous. And I know a lot of people from that particular fraternity, from fashion industry and all. Probably that was the reason I was surprised and mesmerized. Yes, you are absolutely right. Probably he said, I am 2 in 1. I am a female in a male body, so I can understand how females will think and how they'll feel and how males probably will think, and that's why probably I became the designer. And of course, the year employee engagement probably will be double, and valuation will be double, and profits will grow, and that is what exactly generally is discussed when we talk about D&I. Maybe this data is there to support the companies in getting that confidence that they can do much better in case if they include other people. This is basically primary and secondary dimensions of diversity. Up to this time we had done about age, gender, disability, sexual orientation, ethnic heritage and race and all, and there are few things which are visible. You can see probably the color of the person, or maybe the height of the person, or maybe the disability of the person if somebody is physically challenged. But sometimes there are few things which are not even known. Sexual orientation is not known. Nobody talks anything about sexual orientation in India. And people think it's a crime talking about sexual orientation in India. However, when I was about to go to US, I was given a form and they asked me to mention what exactly is my sexual orientation. I said, oh, it's my personal matter, why should I discuss? Why should I say? They said probably you will get similar type of people once you land over there. Maybe we are lagging behind somewhere, and probably we need to start thinking about these things. Of course, in secondary dimensions, it can be geographic locations. We were talking about people from Northeast, why they are not given those opportunities which are given to other people, why they are treated differently sometimes, why they are not taken into consideration. How many of you are married to people from Northeast? How many of you have got best friends, those who are from Northeast? Very good. 1 out of say okay 2. Say 2 out of okay 3 out of say 50. So it means 1.5%. Right now in this elite group, go to the market and talk to other people, and you'll have different type of views from other people. So that is what exactly we are discussing, and it can be geographical location, it can be military experience, very important. We have got I think 2-3 Fauji's sitting here, he's there, I'm there, Colonel Saab is there, another Colonel Saab just left. Some people will accept them with open arms. Colonel Saab, don't take it negatively. Some will not. Some will not. I'm now crossing the line because I was in the forces, and some people will invite you to their family, some will never, because of different reasons we can discuss off board. But there is a demarcation. Oh, he is from that particular, let's not talk to him, or he lives in a different world. We are different people. We love and we live our life and we enjoy our life. They always talk, whenever they meet, they talk about patriotism. अरे ठीक है ना, 26 जनवरी 15 अगस्त को हम बात करेंगे ना यार, उसकी बात क्यों करनी? अगर कहीं राष्ट्रगान होगा तो ये लोग खड़े हो जाते हैं. अरे खड़े होने से क्या होगा? रिस्पेक्ट दिल से होनी चाहिए, खड़े होने से थोड़ी होती है. That is their view. Our view can be very different. Very different. अरे यहाँ कुछ हो रहा है तो होने दो ना भाई, हमारा काम थोड़ी है, हम थोड़ी है पुलिस. We type of people will bounce back and we'll jump and we'll pick up the person, we'll take him to the hospital and we'll say, बाकी लोग पुलिस केस हो जाएगा. मैंने सुना है पुलिस केस, हमारे साथ तो कभी नहीं हुआ. I have taken a lot of people to hospital. Nobody has ever asked me कि आपने एक्सीडेंट किया होगा, आप ही नहीं किया होगा, वो किया होगा. Rather reverse, they have asked me, in case if you want to share your name and number, we'll give your number to DCP of the concerned area and they'll give you the appreciation letter. And they'll facilitate you because you are helping the people. In case if they meet with an accident and you take them to the hospital, that is the difference between military experience. Okay, work experience, it can be, psychological background can be different, other things and all, organizational roles, levels, communication styles. So we'll be quick because we need to keep the time frame in mind. And these are all communications filtered through our cultural perspective. There are different cultural perspectives. In our culture, there are very good things and sometimes they are not that helpful things. In our culture, what has happened is that all decisions will be taken by seniors. What will happen to the juniors? How they'll come to know how to take the decisions? Probably it becomes very difficult because every decision will be taken by the head of the family. Now we have started giving our kids this chance to take their decisions. If there is something right or wrong, we can guide, coach, counsel, but they need to take their decisions about age, national origin, caste, creed, race, sexual orientation, religion, disability, gender, education, work role, experiences, personalities, customs. People can come from different backgrounds and they can behave in a very different manner. And I have spent a lot of days with a lot of celebrities and a lot of cricketers and all, and I have seen how they behave and what they do, how they think. Sometimes I was shocked that he is a cricketer, he is a first class cricketer. Why he is saying ये होगा ये नहीं होगा, पहले मैं ये करूँगा, पहले पूजा करूँगा, पहले मैं ये बांधूंगा, पहले मेरा रुमाल यहाँ होगा तो मेरी बॉलिंग अच्छी होगी, हैंकी इस जेब की जगह इस जेब में आएगा, नहीं होगी. They can be that type of people. They can be very different from you and me, or probably our expectations can be very different. Sometimes we think, oh, celebrity, whatever he is saying is absolutely right. You give them money and they are ready to say what you want them to say. And we have seen the best of the celebrities selling worst of the products. So that is very important. We need to know that they come from a very different background. They may look very smart, but they may not be actually that smart. And other people, those who are not looking that smart, can be very smart. So that is what exactly we are discussing. Proceed further. What about generations? Of course, generation gap, we have discussed about generation gap and we were talking about millennials and we were talking about, Gen X, Gen Y. So at present, probably when we are dealing in the organizations, we are dealing with 5 generations. The traditionalists, people those who are born from 1900 to 1945, though few of them. Boomers, 1946 to 1964. Gen X, my generation, that is people those who are born from 1965 to 1976. Millennials from 77 to 97. And now Gen 2020 after 1997. They are sometimes very different. Their thinking, thought process, their taste, their hobbies, what they have seen, their past, background, everything is very different. We can quote maybe 1 or 2 examples here and then we can proceed further. Like millennials and Gen Y, we need not to tell them about gadgets and all. When they are born, probably they are born with all the skills how to manage a computer or a smartphone or maybe a tab or something like that. Whereas if you're talking about boomers and traditionalists, it is very difficult task for them. You tell them that if you press this will happen. They feel it's very uncomfortable that why this is touch phone, because if they touch something will happen. They'll never come to know how to go back. So there are always challenges, we face these challenges with my father. My father again is in boomers category. It is very difficult for him to manage that touch phone. And sometimes when he comes to home, he'll ask, मैंने ऐसा फोन करने की कोशिश की थी, कुछ हो गया, क्या करना है? I'll say, okay, go back. You are in the home screen. अच्छा मुझे मालूम नहीं था. So probably sometimes those challenges we need to face and we need to include and accept that this is going to happen. We can't expect everything from every generation. Impact points while working with different generations. Of course, different leadership styles, communication styles, thought, thinking process. Say, let's talk about money. In that generation, probably will save a lot. They will save a lot because they have got this feeling that they will use the money for the D-Day. The D-Day comes and it may not come. And we are seeing a lot of people making a lot of properties in Gurgaon. You will find 30-40% flats are not even occupied because somebody has invested and they are just leading their life. Now the next generation will come. They will not save a lot. They will spend and they'll take the money and probably they will go and settle in some other country, and that is the reality. This is happening. Though it is said in our culture that ज़्यादा धन संचय नहीं करना. पूत सुपूत तो का धन संचय, पूत कुपूत तो का धन संचय. अगर सुपूत है तो वो अपने पैसे खुद कमा लेगा, आपके पैसे जोड़े हुए भी उसको जरूरत नहीं है. और अगर वो कुपूत है तो आपने जितने पैसे जोड़े हैं उसको भी बर्बाद कर देगा. तो आपने क्या कमाया? What exactly is your role? What have you done? Have you spent that money? आप जोगी हैं कि भोगी हैं? लोगों को ये नहीं पता था हम जोगी हैं या भोगी हैं. वो जोगी की जिंदगी जीते हैं, सोचते हैं कभी भोगी बनेंगे, भोगी बन ही नहीं पाते. पूरी जिंदगी पैसे जोड़ते one day you will get a news कि वो जो यहाँ पे रहते थे आज उनका हार्ट अटैक हो गया, हार्ट फेल हो गया, and now we have called their son, he is coming from US, he will come 4 days, ceremonies होगी, सब कुछ होगा, they will sell the property and they will go out. Is that the life we are looking towards? What exactly we are doing? Are we living or we are just collecting? So the different people come from different backgrounds. So my father will say you save the money, and my son will say let's spend that and let's have a bigger car and let's enjoy in that particular car. Let's have a bigger house and enjoy that. So we have got different generations, those who think from very different manner. And same thing when they come into corporate world, that generation will say let's save the money for the D-Days, and youngsters will say no, whatever we are earning, let's distribute the money and enjoy our life. So that's the challenge we need to start accepting. A very controversial things that people should be, LGBT people should be allowed in the companies or not. Now after the evolution of 370 and other things, and also 377, now we have started talking about accepting everybody into our organizational culture and organizational behavior. Says that we need to accept everybody and we need to understand and we need to respect their point of view. Sometimes their point of view can be absolutely different. People may not be knowing the basic meanings of what exactly is happening. We don't talk about these things and we don't sometimes accept these people in our society. That is going to become a challenge in future, and we all need to now start understanding and start welcoming that so that they can come and join hands. Of course, some data which shows that in case if we proceed further with that, what exactly is the growth? Growth doesn't mean that they are growing. Growth means that they are disclosing. Are you understanding what I am saying? They are disclosing. So they have started accepting and disclosing. Somebody is saying, okay, I accept I am from this particular community, and that is what exactly is happening. And slowly people are starting. Yes, in the history I can quote you many examples where people, probably Shikhandi is one of the examples. Shikhandi was born as a female and he converted his body into a male body so that he could participate in the battle of Mahabharata, and he was there in the battle of Mahabharata. Though other people never accepted. Bhishma Pitama never accepted that he is a male. He said that either she is a female or half male. That's why Bhishma Pitama said, I am not going to shoot my arrows to Shikhandi. And that's why Shikhandi became a shield in front of the Arjun so that Arjun can shoot the arrows on Bhishma Pitama. So there are many examples in the past which are there where we included these people. Nobody said that you are Shikhandi, you are probably not a full male or a declared female something, and you are not allowed in the battlefield. Shikhandi was allowed. When Shikhandi was allowed in Mahabharata, how we can ask nowadays somebody not to come and join our companies? Our history has never said no for any such case. There are some UN guidelines and probably some details are given. I don't want to spend that much of time keeping the time frame in mind. I'll just proceed further. The standards not about one particular gender or second gender or third gender. Now the time will change. We have got loose only for males and females. You go to any of the hotels, any other companies, you will find male and female. So we need to start now. Some companies, some hotels, they have got a loo for physically challenged people. There can be a loo for physically challenged and other sexual orientation people. That in case if you want to make use of the loo of males, females or others. So probably these changes will come. In the beginning, it can be difficult for us to understand and accept that how we are going to add another loo in our company, but maybe with the passage of time, it's going to happen. Okay. So some actions, what we can do, that we need to understand their point of view and we need to see what exactly they have to say. And from our perspective, we can't be judgmental. We can't say that they are right or wrong. We need to understand and listen to them. Maybe with the passage of time, we'll be able to understand and we can be welcoming them. Calling them with different names should not be allowed in any of the societies. It is not allowed, should not be allowed. Washroom facilities we have done and other things. So proceeding further, transforming the organizational culture, very, very important 4 points. First is basic understanding of unconscious bias. We are biased, consciously or unconsciously. If I am sitting in my car and I find transgender coming towards my car, I'll roll up my windscreen and I'll try to avoid that because I don't want to listen, I don't want to talk. Probably they may be talking sometimes relevant or irrelevant. I don't want to do that. It can be a bias. When I'm saying I means any individual, we can be biased either knowingly or unknowingly. So that we need to slowly remove. Once we start talking to them on regular basis, start understanding them, probably they need not to be on the red lights begging from you. They can work with you and they can talk to you and they can be with you. It is absolutely possible. Self-recognition of unconscious bias, deepen understanding with training and corrective behavior. That is what exactly we are doing. We are talking, training different people and requesting them to adopt and accept what is happening in the society and set the goals to change the behavior, which is not that easy task. But OB theory says that yes, it can be changed. The behavior can be changed with the passage of time with gradual learnings. Okay, I'll proceed further keeping the time frame in mind. And before I stop, I just would like to share a small story. Sometimes we say, I have heard a lot of people heading HR for last many years. So I have heard many people कि उनकी क्या value है, वो क्या कर सकते हैं, उनका क्या contribution है, उनका क्या status है. So इसी से I just remembered a story and just want to share with you. A boy was there. Rajji, आपके लिए खास है ये story. A boy was there who went to his father and asked कि पापा मेरी value क्या है, मेरी औकात क्या है, मेरी value क्या है, मेरी market में value क्या है. So the father never wanted to give a straight answer. The father gave him a piece of stone and said, you go to the market, sell it and then come back to me and then I'll answer your query. And in case if somebody is willing to buy and the person is asking the rate, you need to show 2 fingers, that's all. सबसे पहले बच्चे ने बोला ये क्या, मेरे को पत्थर दे दिया. पत्थर कोई बिकता है, कोई मार्केट में पत्थर खरीदेगा? आप भी क्या बात करते हो? मैंने पूछा मेरी वैल्यू क्या, आप मेरे को स्टोन दे रहे हो? बोला बेटा मार्केट जाओ तो सही. So he went to the market, kept on roaming around here and there, asking each and everybody ये एक स्टोन है आप लोगे. Ultimately a lady said, yeah, beautiful stone, इसको मैं अपने गार्डन में लगा सकती हूँ. कितने का है? He said, oh, $2. Okay, I'll pay you $2. Give me the stone. So boy, of course, he was told not to sell the stone, so he came back and he told his father, I never thought कि ये पत्थर भी $2 का बिक सकता है, but there is somebody who has got this the value of this stone $2. So let me tell you that this stone is worth $2. Dad ने बोला नहीं अभी नहीं. अब तुम इस मार्केट में गए थे, now go to the elite market. Elite market पता है ना आपको जो हमारा GK VK M block शेम block, हाँ इस टाइप की elite market. Go to elite market. So आप elite market में जाओ फिर देखो क्या होता है. Again he said $2 का पता चल तो गया इसकी क्या cost है. Again my father is sending. Again वो गया वहाँ पे stone लेके. Somebody asked for beautiful stone. कितने का? He said, oh $200. Very good. I can manage. $200 ज़्यादा नहीं है. Beautiful stone. I am ready to buy. He came back. He was surprised. Dad, $200. I never thought. I thought I cannot sell this stone, but now it is $200. Now what should I do? He said, wait. Go to that museum. जो म्यूजियम है उसमें जाओ, उसमें जाके दिखाओ, फिर देखो क्या होता है. He went to the museum, उनको दिखाया, उनको wow, what a rare stone. कितने का? He said, $2,000. No problem. It's very precious. We are ready to buy. $2,000 is nothing. He was completely surprised and shocked. He came back, said, what should I do now? Where should I go now? He said, go to jewelers. Go to people, those who are gemologists, they can understand the value of this. He went to the gemologist, he went to the jewelers, उन्होंने देखा, उसको ठीक से देखा, magnifying glass से, okay, what is the price? He said, only $20,000. Only. It's very cheap, we are ready to buy because we know that we can make much more money than that. He came back and he was absolutely surprised. And that's the answer. What is your value? Your value may not be known to you. Your value should be known to the people, those who are judging you. Thank you very much. See you soon. Thank you very much for patiently listening. And we are very, very sure that probably once we go to the market, we'll come to know about our value and we'll come to know the value of the other people we are not right now including in our society, in our organizations. Let's behave in a very humanly manner. We are from human resources. So let's take and include everybody so that everybody can be given equal opportunity to grow with all of us. Thank you very much. So nice of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to India's first corporate news channel. We invite interviews, articles, press releases from your organization. Visit our portal www.indianconventions.com. Thank you.